And here we go, spawning in the top left-hand corner of Gres Farm. We have the best player in all of Hong Kong, not just Zerg, but the best player in general, representing the Juggernauts. It is GogojOey. And spawning in the bottom right-hand corner of Gres Farm, we have his opponents. We have the Australian Terran player representing the Cranky Ducklings. It is AsherBro. Here we go, puppy. Here we go. And this is really interesting as well. This is kind of the other added value here of playing in some of these tournaments, is that you can play against people you're a fan of. And I know GogojOey, he doesn't just have a soft place in my heart. He has a soft place in Asher's heart as well. You know, he isn't just a Terran enjoyer. He can appreciate some of the other races. And yeah, GogojOey has always been a player that we've always tried to follow and be a fan of whenever we cast events. So it's really cool to see Asher playing against him. How well will he do though? Because I don't know if you noticed, GogojOey's going for a gas first opener. You don't see this too often in ZvT, and I feel like Asher is about to get roached. Let's go, puppy. Let's go. GogojOey going for a gas pool hatch opener. Roaches are going to be on the horizon, I feel. We'll see. This could also be for a Ling Bane bust. Regardless, we're going to have a massive influx of gas pretty early on, so we can get into a fast Ling speed timing. Ling speed or roaches, again. Either or. We do have two Lings being made initially, a queen as well. But there it is. There's the drone, and there is that roach warren. A roach rush is going to be upon us. This is one of GogojOey's specialities. He does play quite a lot with roaches. He's very similar to Chairman Dark for as a result. In this matchup, they do kind of utilize this unit quite a bit. Meanwhile, the SCV scout is coming in, does confirm the pool first, just because of the Lings, and he even confirms the roach warren. Very important scout from Asher, and now alarm bells are going to be ringing, and he is going to have to respond back at home. Oh, the Reaper is going to dip in, and the Reaper can find a little bit of damage, maybe get a drone or two. The other thing, especially against these Southeast Asian Zerg players, is that he has to confirm that there was no cancel. He does dip in at least a little bit, but he didn't recheck, or he wasn't able to confirm whether or not that was the case. Regardless, he should be getting ready for roaches. Bunker on the low. Oh, he's crazy. Oh my god. I mean, this is a risky move. I think it's going to pay off. We only have 4 roaches. Only 4 roaches from GogojOey. Because he got scouted, GogojOey, I think he's going back into drones, and he's not going to overcommit here. Ravagers are revealed. Again, your typical defense is to throw down a bunker on the high ground. Asher is risking it a little bit more by trying to defend the low ground. It is more of a greedy move. We'll see if he can pull it off here, because again, GogojOey, he's going to have bare minimum units, just 2 roaches and 2 ravagers. He's not overcommitting. He's only getting a handful of units, and Asher is getting that cyclone. It's on the way. It's on the horizon. As long as the repairs are on point, Asher should be able to hold here. If there was a Ling flood behind this, Asher would be dead. Straight up. But there is that repair. The bunker is full. And with the addition of this cyclone, Asher should be perfectly fine. I think that rescout as well was to even confirm whether or not Link's speed was being researched, and maybe that was the tell that Asher needed to recognize that he was going to be safe here to hold the low ground. Zero Lord does go down. GogojOey getting a little bit supply blocked, at least for a moment. Behind this GogojOey, he's taking the rest of his bases, or he's taking his 3rd base. He's droning up on his 2-base economy. And because he's getting a second gas this quickly, I imagine he's going to be committing here to roach production. I mean, he has to make use of this tech somehow. Meanwhile, GogojOey is going to be respecting the defensive position here of Asher. It's going to be leaving him completely alone. And Asher can get into this. We do see a 2-1-1 follow-up. I love this. Roaches can sometimes have a hard time keeping up with a mass amount of Marines, and soon Asher is going to be quite active. Behind this though, GogojOey is actually making a lot. Oh my god, he's going for the follow-up all in. Oh my god. Okay, I want to say that GogojOey saw the defense here, can see that maybe Asher is taking a greedier approach against GogojOey, and now he's going all in. We have Lings and roaches flooding across the map. No drones whatsoever, only lava. Only Lings, only army. GogojOey is going to be flooding everything across the map. There is not going to be a tank here. The wall is not a wall. The Ravagers reveal themselves, which isn't any big surprise. These Ravagers, we already knew they existed. The Lings are staying hidden though. The rest of the army is not revealed yet. Until now. Ugh, the Bile's just going to be edging on closer here, forcing a bigger reaction. The Stim is on the horizon, but it's not ready yet. Oh, nice snipe on that Overlord. But here we go. The Lings are flooding in. The boys are being pulled, but the Cyclone gets surrounded. It doesn't get saved. The Biles! Oh, the Biles do get dodged in the end. Marines are starting stepping backwards. Stim finally does finish. But is Stim a little bit too late? Here we go. Asher is stimming on 4 here, but the SCVs are all going to go down. Oh, 15 SCVs already falling. The Marines are targeting down the Ravagers. Not a bad defense overall. Asher will clean this up. But he lost any kind of economic advantage he once had. He wants them. He wants the buff. He chased him down. Ah. Oh. He will get one more Ravager before being forced to pick up. And GogojOey is not stopping, by the way. He's not droning at all. And I think Asher's maybe hoping he is. We do have a 3rd CC in the main base, but there we go. The natural is forfeit. The wall is a wall. And GogojOey is finally deciding to drone here. Once he knows he has the advantage, once he knows that AsherBro is stuck on 1 base economy. And from here we're transitioning. We're going into a bathing nest. We've got 1-1 on the way. We've got a lair as well. Asher's trading relatively efficiently. It does take a while to his medevacs, but again, he's going to be able to trade out here with these Lings and with these Roaches and Ravagers. We do see GogojOey trying to get us around, but the stutter stepping is just a little bit too good. Oh, not good enough to protect the SCVs though. Oh. AsherBro once again forced back to 1 base economy. GogojOey saturating his natural, saturating his 3rd base. Really in full control of this game. As long as GogojOey doesn't lose too much here. Like, right now he's the most vulnerable just because he doesn't really have access to Banelings at the moment. Finally, the Baneling nest is completed and we do have Baneling speed on the way. But before that happens, like, Asher can still find some good trades. There we go, shaves off a decent amount of Lings. Oh, Baneling's being morphed in on the front lines. GogojOey wants to go in once again for another bust. Oof. I mean, there is still only 1 tank. It's not that much to defend, to be honest. The tank does reveal itself. Oh, God. GogojOey, is this the wisest move? He's coming in once again. How good's the tank target fire? It does connect with the Banelings. Asher's held. Oh, not just held, mate. He still wants the Ravagers. Oh, the target fire. Oh. Oh. Asher barely able to kill one of those Ravagers. Gonna get the 2nd. And now Asher can finally establish his natural. He's looking to get his 3rd base. Trading well against all those Lings. But GogojOey now has his own upgrades. And likewise, we are kind of getting to a point where I would still be concerned if I was Asher. Again, there's still only 1 tank defensively, and GogojOey could still go for 1 major push. Looks like he's only concerned with map control, so Asher's going to have a little bit of freedom here to move on out. Even though this location is looking quite vulnerable, he's going to be going for this drop. He's taking the risk. Here we go. Is zooming across the map. GogojOey doesn't have any overlords in position. He does have some here outside of his main though, so he will have a little bit of time to react, to respond. So we go. The Lings are rushing back home, and the drop is going to be able to get a couple of drone kills, maybe even the Queen. Go 1, a drone goes down. We have another drop going out towards the southern portion of the map. Can he get the Queen? Can he get the Queen? No, he cannot. Queen does survive. Just some lost mining time here in the main base. A nice reaction out of GogojOey to be able to save the majority of his drones. At the same time, the double drop heads down towards the 3rd base. No transfuse energy. I think the transfuse was just used. But the drop gets pushed back. Another drop coming into the natural. Ooh, that medevac takes a lot of hits though. And Asher has to be careful not to be too wasteful here, as the medevac is going to be going down. He will finally get that queen in the main, but at the cost of a lot of marines. As GogojOey is taking up even further, we have an infestation pit on the way so we can have access to that hive. GogojOey just looking to establish his 4th base as well. His economy isn't amazing, but it is good enough. Personally, I would love to see a 5th. Back at home, Asher just continuing to pile on with his army. Again, his tank count was delayed just because of the 2-1-1 opener, but you know, now he's got 3 tanks. It's definitely something. Oh, he's unsieged! Oh my god, GogojOey, he wants to dive on this army. How good are the bathing connections going to be? Oh, pretty damn good, at least initially. We do see a very nice spread from Asher, though, and without Banelings, GogojOey has to get the hell out of here. There we go. He does have more Banelings behind this army, but again, a relatively efficient trade from AsherBro. I say relatively efficient. He did lose 3 tanks. That's the thing. 3 tanks did go down, and that's a lot of the firepower behind his push and behind his army, so he's going for a massive dude drop into the main base. At the same time, there's not really much at home to defend. There's a single tank and a couple of reinforcements. GogojOey, now is the time to move in. Oh, here we go. This 3rd base is going to be forfeit. The Banelings roll in towards the 3rd into the middle line. Oh! Every single SCV is going to be going down, but at the same time, we have a doom drop into the main base. Asher may have lost 24 SCVs, but how many drones is GogojOey going to lose? The answer is not too many, because only 5 went down. He pulls the rest away. But he loses the lair. Oh, the spawning pool! Oh my god, the spawning pool is going to be going down. The infestation pit is going to be going down as well. The Banelings are still not done. Oh, and again, we have very limited anti-air here available. At the same time, GogojOey is busting into the natural base. Oh my god, the splits are just not good enough. Ooh. 9 more SCVs fall. AsherBro's economy is in shambles. He has a strong army, but against all these Banelings, I don't know if he really has what it takes to keep on pushing. He's forced to pick up and get the hell out of there. Asher does have the army supply lead right now. He does have 2-2 on the way, but a lot of that army supply is in medevacs and tanks, and a lot of the medevacs and tanks are still stuck at home. They're not really helping out too much in the aggression. See a little bit of creeping cleared up here. We have lost our lair, the infestation, but we lost a lot of tech for GogojOey, but he still has a good enough economy. He still has a lot of bases, but he can't make any lings. Oh, sorry. He was quite fast to actually replace that spawning. Ooh. We can now continue ling production. Oh, as the game goes on, Asher is going to be in more and more trouble. Another fringe hatchery is going to be going down. Meanwhile, at the same time, we do have a ling run by here. Oh. More SCVs fall, SCVs that we can't afford to be losing right now. GogojOey is knocked down to 3 bases. Up! Oh. And because GogojOey lost his spawning pool earlier, he was forced to make roaches. Not the best investment. He doesn't even have roach speed, but you know, it is something. He needed some kind of army to hold on. The tanks, they siege up. Winter mines are borrowed. How good are the shots going to be? Up, up! Ooh, the Banelings all go down. Asher's going to be able to clean up the roaches. Mate, that Widowmine shot was cash money connecting with the Banelings. Asher refuses to die. He's got 4 tanks once again. Is he going to push out? I want him to. I want him to move out right here, right now. Let's go, puppy. Let's go. Going to be opting to go for a drop instead. GogojOey really struggling to rebuild his army. There's that drop towards the south. I do think that if Asher had moved out with everything, I do think that he could have maybe even ended the game, to be honest. GogojOey is still struggling to rebuild his bases. Now getting his 5th on the way. But that drop is going to be slipping in towards the southern base. We have another double drop towards the north. Asher, he doesn't want to commit to a big fight. He doesn't feel confident enough to do so. So he's just going to be macroing up back at home, rebuilding his economy, and just relying on the drop play. Respectable, I understand. It can be a tough call to unsiege and just move everything across the map. And here we go, the drop towards the south is going to be able to pick off a lot of drones. Meanwhile, towards the north, the double drop is going into the main, or actually on this cliff. Oh my god. And this cliff is so abusable. These Marines are absolutely getting out of control. Asher, he is crippling the economy here of GogojOey. Well, not crippling, but again, it's just not what it needs to be right now. The drops, they don't stop. They never stop. Yo, we got libs on the way as well. We're a little bit supply blocked, so we go for those the high yield depots. Calling down supply, that's it. And this army from Asher is getting pretty terrifying. Like, because of the reset of tech earlier, GogojOey still just has Ling Bane. The goal, I'm pretty sure, was to go into Ling Bane Ultra or Ling Bane Viper, and he just hasn't been able to get there. Finally, the hive is being rebuilt. But his tech has stagnated over time. He just really is struggling to keep up with what Asher has. And hopefully GogojOey doesn't push in again. The other downside is that GogojOey has been just prioritizing his army so much. He just keeps rebuilding more and more Ling Bane, when honestly he could probably feel free enough to like drone up to 80 at this point. He has just been neglecting that economy from time and time again. The Liberators head towards a third base. We still only have Queens. No Spire, no Hydroden, no Vipers, no nothing. Just Queens. Oh no! Asher is within range of the Queens. Both Liberators go down for free. There was so much potential with those libs. Here we go. Asher is finally going to be moving out. But oh my god! He's getting caught on siege! Not again! Oh, one of my shots are going to be going off. But the Banelings find juicy connections. Oh my god. That was insane. The Banelings connect. Oh my, we even have more Ling Bane coming in from behind as well. The tank count gets reset as well. Asher just wasn't ready for that fight. Ugh. For the second time in the same area, just gets caught by the army of GogojOey. And I feel like, yeah, any advantage that he once had is gone. GG gets called. GogojOey takes game one. Ugh. GG. But Asher made it close. Oh my god. The doom drop into the main, killing the lair, killing the tech was so crucial there to make it as close as it was. Oh. GG. GG. And GogojOey will take the first game in this best of 3 series. Oh. Wow. But Asher made it closer than it otherwise would have been, you know. Like, his defensive style was quite good. I think Asher has the added bonus of being pretty familiar with GogojOey. Like, again, we've casted GogojOey a lot, and for Asher to read the opener and respond in like a minimalistic way, I think was really smart of him. And I think because he's so familiar with GogojOey, he was able to make that distinction and make that decision as well. You love to see it, Papi. You love to see it. And now we're going to be getting into game number 2. And game 2 is going to be on Dragon Scales. Oh boy. And as we get into game 2, do we have any other updates? Looks like we do. Looks like Oriana did 2-0 Lao Lao. So massive shout out to Oriana. Is waiting in the semifinals. Meanwhile, the lower bracket matches are just now commencing. So Beastork versus Shinobu and Demi versus Alosteros. There you go. Meanwhile, Asher really proving his mettle here against GogojOey. Oh my god. He made it close, Poppy. He did make it close. We'll see if he can do it again. We'll see if he can go even further here in game number 2. As spawning in the bottom right-hand corner of Dragon Scales, we have the best player in all of Hong Kong representing the Juggernaut. It's the Red Zerg. It is GogojOey. And spawning in the top left-hand corner of Dragon Scales, we have the Australian Terran representing the Cranky Ducklings. It is AsherBro. Again, GogojOey just isn't really the kind of player to just back off and macro, and I do think that worked against him last game. I do think that there were opportunities where he could have focused a lot more on droning and on just situating himself in a good enough economic position to just overwhelm Asher. But because GogojOey is such an aggressive player, he's such an active player as well, it just goes against every fiber of his being to want to drone, essentially. It's the case for a lot of the Southeast Asian Zerg players. You know, GogojOey, Ender, Miyamika, the Zerg Muta triangle, basically. You know, every point points to don't drone, basically. So I understand why he didn't. It's just something that could have definitely benefited him in that last game, and he could have taken advantage of, and he would have had a bit of an easier time, I feel. A bit of an easier time. Regardless, we're now getting into game number 2, and of course, he was still able to overcome Asher, at least in game 1, despite, you know, how difficult it was for him. He was able to make it in the end. And now he's going for a much more standard opener. We have a hatch gas pool, so much more economic instead, as opposed to what we saw last game. And Asher, oh my, is going for an interesting opener as well. Asher goes straight for that second racks here before the first one is even done. Are we going for 3 racks? Reactor as well. Asher going at reactor first here. Oh my god. I think it was a CC first opener, actually. And I love it. I love the mind games. Game 1, GogojOey was hyper aggressive. He went gas first. He went gas, pool, hatch, and AsherBro, he's playing this out like a pro. I'm actually really proud of this. He skips the SCV scout. He skips the Reaper scout. He goes CC first into the reactor. He's playing like Spirit into a tech lab. He has 0 units right now. He has nothing. If Lings had shown up, which they're about to, they would have done, or like even earlier, if there was another pool first opener, then Asher would be in a lot of trouble. And he kind of is right now, because these Lings are going to be able to force some lost mine time and kill some SCVs. But like, if GogojOey had gone for an aggressive opener, I think Asher would just be dead. I think there was a lot of potential for damage a lot earlier as well to be able to disrupt this opener. Speaking of, I mean, we still have an aggressive opener. It was a hatch gas pool, but we are skipping Link speed and we're going straight for a Roach Warden as well. This is going to be a tight hold. So again, Asher just mind gaming his opponent, hoping and feeling that GogojOey would go for a hatch first in game 1. Sorry, in game number 2, but the follow-up is real. Roaches are rushing across the map. Because of this 2-on-1 opener, there's no Cyclone, there's no tank, pure vanilla Marines, and vanilla Marines are going to have a hard time defending against Roach Ravager. I think it's just, this could just end. We'll see. Maybe I should have more faith in vanilla Marines, but again, because there was no scout, Asher doesn't know that roaches are coming out across the map. He has no idea what is happening right now. Oh, here we go. The Marines are going to get picked off. The boys are going to be pulled as well. Stim is exposed. If GogojOey goes up this ramp, he can deny it. He can focus it down. But for the time being, GogojOey is just focused on denying the natural base. There we go. He does see the tech lab exposed, and he's going for it. Oh, without repairs, this is brutal. Stim is going to be denied. And that just shuts down this 2-on-1 timing. I think every Marine can go down here as well. There's just not much here to defend. They're vanilla Marines, mate. Yeah. I don't know what else to say. Deepa's gonna go down. The medevac is gonna help, but yep, GG gets called, and GogojOey will take game number 2. Oh, punishing the greed, punishing the opener of AsherBro. And yeah, just gonna be taking that series 2-0 and moving on to the next round. But massive shout out to AsherBro. GG, well played. GogojOey does advance on to the next round, to the semifinals. Oh, and shout out to AsherBro for actually being a part of this event and for making game one as close as it was. Game one was very, very close, and I'm definitely proud of Asher, and it's great to see him participating and being a part of this event as well. It's not something that we get to see too often. Asher, you know, stepping back from the casting couch and actually, you know, as a part of the scene, as a part of the event. So yeah, GG, well played. Rest up, Asher, rest up, puppy. No.